Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city. But now we're going to take you into your own market for real stories of real neighborhoods through real professionals. I'm your host, Craig Sewing. Let's start The American Dream right now.
Hi, welcome to Cary, North Carolina, where I live, work, and play. Today we're in Ashworth Village. I want to take you around and introduce you to a couple of the local business owners. I'm Margaret Sophie with American Dream TV. One of the things I love about downtown Cary is the walkability, the restaurants, the beer pubs. This is such a great place to just come and meet your friends for lunch, for dinner. We love having brunch here at the Academy Street Bistro. It's just a wonderful small town feel. Our first stop today is Ashworth Pharmacy. Come on in, we're gonna meet Ralph Ashworth. Hi, we want to welcome Ralph Ashworth, the iconic Ralph Ashworth.
Oh.
And Ralph, if you could you just tell us a little bit about why Cary is so special to you?
Well, we came to, Daphne and I came to Cary in 1957 and found this drugstore that was available, and we bought it, and it was a very, very small town. In those days, there was only about 1,900 people here, one stoplight, which is right here, and we had nothing here. No Chamber of Commerce, no hospital, no Y, no nothing. It was a very small town, and I thought I had done the wrong thing, but things changed. Turned around with IBM, Kim Strand, and all these coming in, things changed.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So walking around in town, I see a lot of artwork out there. I see artwork on your building. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Dick and Jean went to Colorado, and they saw some statues out there. And so they came back with the idea that we needed to put some art in town to make it a little bit special. And so we formed the Cary Visual Art, and I think you were a member of that. And so we had the Newkers, Dick and Jim and Curtis Westbrook and a bunch of others. And so the first project was the great big C in the yard at the chamber, and we got that funded. But the next thing we did, we started the art ball, and that first art ball we raised $150,000.
What year was that?
Oh, 25 years ago.
Well, throughout the years, Ralph has been a huge, huge part of Cary, North Carolina. And I want to say thank you for your time today.
Oh.
This has been very special.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
When you're driving through downtown Cary, everyone knows the Pink House. We're going to go in today and talk with Sheila Ogle and get some history on the Pink House. So come on in and meet Sheila.
Margaret,
Hi,
hey,
Sheila.
honey, how are you?
Good, it's so nice to see you.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
We've had so many good times on this old front porch, haven't we?
Yes, yes, many more to come
I
too.
know. Well, let's talk. Let's chat. So, what would you like to ask me now about this old house?
Well, there's so many things that come to mind, but let's start with, when did you purchase this house?
We purchased it in November of 1993. And then the work began, and the house is just so, I don't know, when people walk into this house, it's almost like it envelops them in love and laughter and fun. So
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Everything you've done is just amazing. And I do see quite a bit of pink throughout.
I didn't know how much I loved pink until I worked with the color specialist that designed a Pink Lady pattern for me.
Well, thank you so much for spending your time with me and answering questions and talking about your beautiful home. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Well, this has been fun, and I'll tell you more anytime you want it. But get the book and read all about it.
Yeah. I've got it. Thank you.
Okay.
I want to thank all of you for joining me today, and thank you to Ralph and JJ and Sheila Ogle for joining us on today's episode. I'll see you soon on the next episode of American Dream TV. I'm Margaret Sophie. Bye.
Welcome to Fayetteville, North Carolina. Today, I will be highlighting the historic district of downtown Fayetteville, which has been completely revitalized since the year 2000. But before we go there, I'm going to take you to one of my favorite special places, the Miller's Brew Cafe. I'm Ute Beltate, your host with American Dream TV. This is my favorite place, the Miller's Brew Cafe. It is operated by 20 special needs adults. The founder, Kim Molnar, a former speech pathologist in 2016, founded this nonprofit organization, the Miller's Crew. It provides employment opportunities, apprenticeship, and vocational training for special needs adults. Let's go ahead, grab a cup of coffee, and check it out. This is delicious. Are we ready to explore downtown? Let's go. This is the historic downtown Fayetteville district, where one of the oldest businesses lives. I would like to introduce you to the owner of that hotspot. Let's go ahead, go inside and meet her. Now we are here at Rude Awakening, and I'm here with my friend Molly, and she has been the business owner of Rude Awakening since 1999. Molly, why do you love this location so much?
I moved to Fayetteville as an adult and the year before downtown left, and so when it went away, I wanted to stay and live in Fayetteville, but not in a town that did not have a downtown. And so my husband said to me one day when I was lamenting about why they didn't do something, that there was no they, and if he felt like something needed to be done, I should do it. And so I chose this building that was selected for demolition to become a parking lot. And I did a lot of research, and I decided to renovate a building and open Rude Awakening.
Wonderful. What attracts people to your cafe?
I think besides its downtown location, it is my amazing staff. In my whole time being in business, I have been so lucky to have the best baristas, but also caring community people. But through it all, I think that what makes this the community cafe it is my people.
Wow. Now, you've got to share with me, how did you come up with the name of the business?
So around 1997, when I was thinking about buying a condemned building, everyone I spoke to, from bankers to business people, all said, downtown will never become anything. A coffee shop downtown, nothing will become of it. And so the name Rude Awakening came as, I'm sorry, here it is for you. People love it, people support it, and we have lasted.
Yes, they do. Thank you, Molly, for joining me today. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you get the opportunity to visit our beautiful, Fayetteville downtown historic district. And if you are, don't forget to stop into Rude Awakening and get one of those delicious pastries. I can't wait for you to join me on the next episode of American Dream TV.
Barb, and this is Franco.
Hello.
And we're your local hosts for the American Dream TV right here in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. Today we're going to take you on an adventure to one of Raleigh's most iconic locations, a sprawling 66-acre park just west of downtown Raleigh and right next to North Carolina State University.
Go Pack.
Coleman Park. There's tons of fun here and lots of history, so come on, let's go take a look.
Let's go.
So Barb, tell me about the history of Pullen Park.
We've got some great history here at Pullen Park. First of all, Pullen Park was the very first public park ever established in North Carolina, which makes it the oldest public park in North Carolina.
Cool.
It was established in 1887, over 140 years ago, when Richard Pullen donated 80 acres of land to be made into this beautiful scene you see today. Pullen Park is also the 5th oldest amusement park in all of the United States, and it's the 16th oldest amusement park in the entire world.
Fantastic. What are some of the other things that you could do here at Pullen Park?
Well, as you can see behind you, there's a beautiful lake here, so you can rent the paddle boats when they're in season. There's an aquatic center for swimming nearly year-round. There's an arts center if you want to do arts and take art classes.
Very cool.
Of course, the turn of the century carousel, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. There's a miniature replica train here that every member of the family can enjoy. There are tennis courts, baseball fields, and there's also the renowned theater that's here, which is the Ira David Wood III Theater at Pullen Park.
Very cool.
So lots of fun for all the family to do here. So all of these displays you see here, including this one with the dinosaurs, are part of the Luminos City Festival, which is on display here at Pullen Park through April 9th. There are 5 different sections to the Luminos City Festival display. One of them is the dinosaur section, which you can see here and back there. There's also Alice's Enhancement and 3 other ones that are amazing. So this is a great time to bring your family to Pullen Park. And if they look this good during the day, wait till you see what they look like all lit up at night.
One of Pullen Park's most popular attractions is this turn of the century carousel. Absolutely amazing.
And it was the turn of the last century. So this carousel that you see here behind me was actually built in the year 1900, which means it's more than 120 years old. The city of Raleigh purchased the carousel in 1915 as part of their many projects to enhance and improve the park over the years. And it has basically been running nonstop since 1915. And the most amazing thing about the carousel is its beautiful hand-carved animals. It has 52 hand-carved animals, which include 30 horses, ostriches, cats, pigs, rabbits, a lion, a tiger.
Bears?
Nope.
Is there bears? No bears?
A goat. Welcome to the carousel at Pullen Park. Woohoo! We made it to the train. And here's another amazing attraction at Pullen Park, and that's the Pullen Park train. The Pullen Park train is a replica, a miniature replica of the Collis P. Huntington train, and it's only 1/3 the size. But don't let that size fool you, because it can fit even tall people on the train. So grab your whole family and come along and go for a ride on the Pullen Park train.
Guys, we have just barely scratched the surface here.
There are so many more amazing things to do at Pullen Park. You've got to come out, whether it's now or later, and bring your family. It'll be fun for all the ages. I'm Barb, and this is Franco, and we're your local hosts for the American Dream TV Selling Raleigh. Thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Coleman, your host for the American Dream. Today, we're visiting Holly Springs, North Carolina, and checking out my favorite part of town, the Village District. Holly Springs is a thriving small-town suburb of Raleigh. Founded in 1877, Holly Springs gets its name from the 40-foot holly trees that hung over the freshwater springs. Today, the Village District is where historic homes like the Leslie Alford Mims House meet vibrant and new shops and restaurants. This contrast of old and new showcase Holly Springs' southern charm. On Saturday morning, you can enjoy farm fresh produce at the Holly Springs Farmers Market or enjoy a summer baseball game at Ting Park with the Holly Springs Salamanders. Today, we're going to visit two amazing places that showcase why 40,000 people, including myself, call Holly Springs home. For our first stop today, we're checking out the Block on Main. Built to blend working, shopping, and dining, this building aims to keep downtown Holly Springs thriving and becoming a destination for friends, families, and professionals. I'm happy to have John Harrell with me today, one of the co-owners of the Block on Main. Tell me a little bit about your vision for the Block on Main and how it came to be.
Town of Holly Springs just didn't have a lot of infrastructure. It only had 900 people in 1990, and now we have over 40,000 people. So
wow.
My businesses grew. I had them in 5 different small offices around town, and I needed some place to put them. And so building infrastructure was the only way to do that. At that time, I was part of a revitalization of downtown committee, and we decided we were going to go for it and try to build a mixed-use building right here in downtown Holly Springs. And we knew we wanted unique operators, no big box, no chains.
What is the future of the Block on Main look like?
Sure, we're just finishing our occupancy, signed our last couple of leases. We're going to be opening a new high-end cocktail bar and tapas restaurant on the rooftop. We've got a new brewery coming to downtown on the main street, and we're looking forward to continuing to see the downtown grow.
Well, John, thank you so much for your time today. It was so exciting to hear so much more about the Block on Main, and I think I'm really excited of the new brewery that's just opened up. We're going to have to check that out.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait.
Great, thank you. No trip to Holly Springs would be complete without a visit to the cutest restaurant in town, the Pimiento Tea Room. My girlfriends and I love to meet for tea cocktails and scones on the patio. Let's go take a look. I'm honored to have Christy and Matt with me today, the owners of Pimiento Tea Room. Tell us a little bit about this property and your concept for Pimiento Tea Room.
When we first moved to the area, this was just an old house. It was actually being used as an office, but it was an old house on corner in a very tiny downtown. Always kind of intriguing, right? And it just so happened that about the time we started to get serious about opening a restaurant, this property went on the market. And as we started to develop it and learn some of its history and its stories, we became even more excited to write the next chapter in the story of this place.
Well, all of these floors are originals. You can see the square nails that were done by hand, heart pine. Musicians love playing here because acoustically this place is so warm and beautiful. When somebody breaks out a guitar or a piano or a saxophone, it's so lovely. We have a really strong focus on providing really, really fun hot teas and tea cocktails.
Well, Christy and Matt, thank you so much for having us here today. My family and I really love dining here, and I hope that everybody else comes and joins as well.
Thank you very much.
It is easy to see why Holly Springs is known for its warm and inviting atmosphere, lush greenways and parks, and its small town charm. It is no surprise that Holly Springs has experienced rapid population growth and why average home prices have increased 15% since January of last year. I'm so happy you were able to join me today and see what makes Holly Springs so special and why I lovingly call it home. I can't wait to see you on the next episode of The American Dream.
I've spent a lot of time traveling and exploring new places in the world, but there's just something special about the place that I call home. Welcome to the American Dream TV Selling Pittsboro. My name is Dana Wicker-Cantrell, and I'll be your host for this episode. Today, we are adventuring to The Plant, which is a destination located just a few minutes outside of downtown Pittsboro. And as the entryway sign says, all trespassers are welcome. Let's go see if we can join in the fun. Now we've just entered Fair Game Brewing, and I'm here with Tammy, one of the owners of The Plant. And Tammy, as I've told everyone I know, this is one of my favorite places to come to. I bring everyone I can out here, my family, friends, anybody that will join me for a drink. But I'd love for you to tell us what made you come up with this great idea?
Well, we bought it back in 2005 specifically to make biodiesel. So we were making biodiesel in our backyard and like blowing things up, so it wasn't very safe. So we bought this place. It had originally been a flower farm back in the 40s. Then it was an aluminum smelting plant in the 80s that made pieces for fighter jets. Then it was abandoned for 10 years. We bought it and turned it into a biodiesel plant, and then started attracting all these like-minded businesses. So we had a farmer come, put a farm around the place. All sorts of sustainability-minded businesses came. And then biodiesel went away for many reasons, and we've transitioned into food and beverage and experiences and events and music, a music venue. What's so cool about this place is we probably have about 20 different businesses. We all have similar values about local. And so sustainability, local food, the mileage to get here is all considered in our products. They all work together. So we have a coffee roaster, and he works with our cafe, and he also works with the brewery to make a beer stout thing. What is so fun is the collaboration that goes along with all these mom and pop businesses here.
When I was having a beer the other night and talking to the owners, they were saying that they used the sweet potatoes out of the farm to make one of the ales that we were trying, and I just thought that was awesome that it's right in the backyard.
Absolutely. And we just had a new candle maker come, and she came up with a hemp candle, and the hemp store that makes clothing is going to be selling that, and she's going to work with the flower farmer. And so all these things are come together. And I think we're a little unique that way, and we're a little bit Dr. Seuss meets Willy Wonka. None of it makes a lot of sense, but I think people really enjoy being here. And the number one thing people say to me is, I love the vibe. That makes me so happy.
I really appreciate your time today. I know you're busy and need to get back to work. I'm going to show everybody around the plant, and then we're going to head over to Chatham Park and check out that neighborhood.
Great, that sounds awesome. Well, Dana, swing back by and we'll make you a great cocktail from the Fair Game Spirits.
Awesome, if you insist.
Okay.
Now we're here at Chatham Park, which is one of the newer developments in this area. It's just outside of downtown Pittsboro. As you can see behind me, and possibly here behind me, there's a lot of building going on right now. What's amazing about this community is that it was planned with purpose and sustainability in mind. There's apartments and condos, which attach to a commercial district, thriving restaurants, businesses. What's great is you can live, work, and play in this community without ever having to get into your car. If this style of living isn't what you're looking for, just down the road are lots of single-family options, including luxury homes, townhomes, even a 55+ community, which is being built right now. What I love most about the houses in this community is that they are absolutely gorgeous. I've enjoyed showing you around the plant and Chatham Park today, and look forward to what I can share with you the next time on the American Dream TV. Thank you, Tammy, for all your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And if you're ever in Pittsboro, please come by and see us at the plant.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, Autumn Dubois, and I'm here in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. Lovingly known as the City of Oaks, Raleigh is North Carolina's capital city and one of the fastest growing metros in the country. Behind me, Raleigh's Union Station. If you travel to Raleigh by train, you will find yourself right here. You can get anywhere downtown on foot from this exact location. But today, we're gonna focus on the warehouse district and some of my favorites right here. First up, Cam Raleigh. We're right across the street from Union Station at the Contemporary Art Museum, or CAM Raleigh. This is a collection of non-permanent exhibits from not only state and regionally renowned artists, but international ones too. This building used to be a warehouse for a welding company and then a produce company. The importance of that is that things were always moving in and out of this space, and they still are. So not only are people coming in and out, but art is too. The architect paid homage to this by making the old loading dock the entrance to the space to ensure that things were always flowing freely in and out. But that's the spirit of Raleigh. Raleigh loves fresh faces, fresh spaces, and fresh ideas. Why don't we go outside so I can show you some of the other fresh things coming to Raleigh. We're at my final stop for the day, one of my favorite places in the Warehouse District, Barcelona Wine Bar. If you want to grab a great snack, a tasty drink, this is the place to go. I am here with my friend Patrick. He is the Assistant General Manager. So tell me a little bit about the kind of people you see. So do you see a ton of tourists, or is it a lot of locals, or what kind of vibe are you seeing in the restaurant?
So we actually have the train station right by here. So we do get a good amount of tourists, but Raleigh really is home here. And we find that we get a lot of people just walking through downtown on a daily basis and popping in to have a wait here and head somewhere else, grab a drink, and then join us for a meal. It's really great.
I have to say, Patrick, this is one of my favorite spots in the Warehouse District just because of the really cool atmosphere. So how did Barcelona pick this location for the wine bar?
Yeah, so Barcelona isn't just going to open a bar in any random spot. We really want to enhance the community and find a really interesting story and place where we can be a part of. And part of that is this historic building. It used to be this Dillon Steel Supply Company. And we have some really cool things that we decided to keep so that it kind of looks like it's partially still here. We have a really fantastic crane here set up here in the patio. The facade of the building is still intact. It's actually one of the most photographed walls in Raleigh is this picture window right over here. And even inside architecturally, you'll see a lot of really cool steel beams, concrete throughout, and a lot of brick and mortar. It's really, really neat.
I love that. I just love walking by here and seeing everything because you can really feel the history, but also the progression that's happened just down here in the Warehouse District. Well, how about we go inside and grab a drink?
I think so, yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
Let's do it. Thank you for joining me today as we toured Raleigh's Warehouse District. I'm going to sit here and have a drink at Barcelona Wine Bar. Can't wait to see you on the next episode of American Dream TV. Cheers.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.